Korean, half white.
Everyone's just half.
I'm a fourth black and then Latino.
A fourth black?
You just cross over into the Theo zone.
Give me some more peanut butter, please, mommy. I wanna see you naked while you bounce on the trolley.
We
Yeah.
brought together 6 biracial people.
Biracial.
I'm biracial.
I am
Okay.
biracial.
Wait, hold up. Hold up.
We brought together 6
Hold up.
biracial people.
I'm biracial.
I am.
They trying to throw me off. Real quick, what y'all think? You think she's half black? I'm not gonna lie. The hair texture is a little.
Bitch. The dog.
I don't know what it is, but where I work, there's like at least once a week, there's white people that come in with locks, right? And it's always, I hate making assumptions about people, but every time I see a white person with locks come in, they smell like metal and like dog water. I don't know what it is, but they always have this terrible stench to them, and I just don't understand why. But for her, the texture seems a little
Biracial.
better.
Okay.
I'm biracial.
I'm biracial.
One white
I'm
person.
biracial.
One white person.
One of them is white.
Just straight
The
up
group discovers who the
Caucasian
liar
from
is.
Caucasus.
They'll split a cash prize.
Off looks, I think it's her. I think the locks is throwing me off. I don't know. One of them is just straight. She is tall as hell.
If the liar survives, they win the entire prize. Who is the odd one out?
These Jubilee videos be crazy.
So should we start with what do you mix with?
Ooh, go ahead.
What's your ethnic?
She got a little bit some type of Asian in her. That's what I was saying. Like it seems she looks straight up like white, but I've seen white people who had locks that looks way worse than that. That's why I'm kind of confused.
Basically, my mom is Indian and then my dad is white, so
Okay.
I'm Windian.
It's so funny.
I'm half Taiwanese, half white.
That's cool.
Why is it only? Why do white people get? Why can't they couldn't get anybody that was like half Taiwanese and half Native American? Like
Half Korean, half white.
everyone's just half.
I'm a fourth black and then Latino.
A fourth black? A fourth? She's the one. She's the one. A fourth black? Bitch, you just white. You can't. You can't. That small ass fraction. A fourth black. She's white. Okay, if she's not the one, that's cheating because she's a fourth black. That's not mixed. Every single person has a percentage of something. No, hell no, a fourth black. Okay, by that logic, I'm Native American because I'm fourth Native American. Baby.
My mom's white.
I'm half black and half French.
Do you see? Half black. And I kind of believe that because she look like she got some sister in her. It's her. She's one of those white people that like find out that she's like 2% black and wear dashikis the whole time. This is ridiculous. Dr.
I was
Umar do
kind
not
of
approve.
suspicious of Daria and Ella. The
Yes.
hair, I felt like
No,
it was
I think she's actually like, I can tell. Her a fourth
kind of a
black.
distraction, like as a ploy.
I'm half Native American and half Mexican.
How did your
Finally, someone that's not half white. I believe her too.
guys' parents meet?
My
sorry for
parents
yelling, it's
met
just
at
that-
a movie theater.
that's the
My mom
dumbest
was working
thing
there
ever.
And my dad like came in, and he just had a crush on her, so he'd always keep coming back and just watching movies. So
What we talking about? I missed that. I'm still angry.
My dad was a tennis coach at University of Central Missouri, and my mother
He
was an
might be white, I don't
international
know.
student learning tennis, so that's how they met.
International student. You threw that in there.
Shut up. You don't get a say on
You
anything.
mentioned international students, so I thought she was targeting me. So I thought,
She don't get to say
okay,
nothing.
Maybe she's the
A
one.
fourth
My
black.
parents met in grad school.
She's trying to. Now I can tell that shit look horrible. Those some BDBs. Yeah, she pulled that off today. She don't wear this. She just wore that for today.
They both went to Georgia Tech. My dad's from Georgia, but my mom immigrated from France to go to grad school in the U.S. So they just met each other in like the engineering department.
I believe
My parents
you.
met at a barbecue. My dad was in the military, so he was in Osan Air Base in South Korea. And my mom was at that barbecue because she lived near Osan. She would
Was
tell
your
me about
mom
it. She was
6
like,
foot
yeah, I thought
tall?
Americans were really weird because your dad showed up in shorts and flip-flops and a button-up tee with like a Russian bear hat, and it was winter. And they're just like, And then you ended up marrying him.
No, that's not Americans. That's white people. White people wear shorts in 30-degree weather while it's snowing. That's not an American thing. That's a white thing.
My parents met in LA, which is like the mixing pot. So
Shit, I don't want to hear nothing you say. What's your name?
Her parents had met in LA, but she
Kandera?
didn't really elaborate on that.
She didn't.
Everyone else had kind of gone into more detail about
Get
their
her,
parents,
Hannah!
and I felt like that was a little strange.
My parents are
That's some
both
bullshit.
from Arizona. They met, I would say at a bar, I think.
Oh, you don't know? Lil Wait?
Yeah, my mom
I believe you though.
is from like the
You're-
Navajo Nation
it's her.
reservation.
It's clearly
We got through the
her.
questions.
Okay, we got into questions. That's good.
What? Wasian? Is that what they call
I
white?
was just noticing that she seemed nervous and she didn't have a lot of details.
How did? Oh, but I said she better get
From the
3.
most simplistic standpoint,
She
Ella
bit-
looked the whitest.
Yes,
Even
vote
though
her
obviously
out
it's
right
not true
now.
about that.
Why is there a tie? How is there a tie? Look at her braids. It looks horrible. It looks like it's plugins.
A three-way tie.
How is there a 3-way tie?
Ella, Caitlin, and Daria. You guys are gonna have 30 seconds on the clock to just kind of prove your case.
So my hair, I have an afro normally, but it's all.
I'm fucking done. I'm done. I am done. How the hell does someone that's 1/4 black have an afro? You got a Jufro? That's what you have. This Jubilee always gets me hot for no reason. For no afro. You saw the way she said it too? Normally I have an afro. Bitch, you got a Korean.
All braided and I
my-
added in extensions just because it's easier. But
You hear that? She added extensions because she can't grow them.
I have 4B curls, which I would only know if I was mixed. I get that.
You can have a black boyfriend that tells you all this, or you hang around black people. That doesn't mean you're mixed. I hate her.
From my dad, everything else is white because, I mean, my dad's half Belgian and half black, and then my mom's fully white, so
Okay, so your dad is half black and half white. He's mixed. Your mom is white, 100%. They come together and make a what she say, a 1/4 chocolate drop. What she call herself? That doesn't make you mixed. That makes you partial at best. This is some bullshit.
I just
Too many details, bro.
Xerox paper, and I don't even tan, but it's all in my hair. I promise.
My mom's
If
from
she don't
France.
get
She's
voted
from a
out
place
for
called
that-
Savannah and Brittany, and then my dad grew up in Devereaux, Georgia. But I actually also grew up in Arizona because they moved there and had me and my younger brother, younger sister.
I'm gonna have to see the comments
my sister
after
and
this.
I are kind of the palest what my brother actually looks like.
True, a mixed person
so,
isn't
yeah,
gonna
so
care
there's the
about
most
all
basic
that. They're not gonna study their background.
What I was going to say before is that my mom is from the Navajo Nation reservation.
Navajo?
And my
You a
dad
hoe?
is Mexican. He just grew up in Arizona. So, you know, I have equal, like, balances in both, I guess. Yeah.
I'm so angry.
She started, kind of giggling or laughing in her story, and I thought, there's something suspicious here.
You think? How? There is no way! There is no way! Look at this side profile! Bro, she gave herself away when she said 1/4. I hate people.
Dang. All right.
How
Good
is
luck,
she
guys.
picked?
It's nice talking to you.
The fact that I'm pale, I thought, might have gotten me
No,
voted out.
we
Raise your
believed
hand
you.
if you think the mole is still in the box and you'd wish to continue the game.
Everyone better raise their goddamn hand.
I had a question because you said that you were growing up Quappa, like
What is Quappa? A hybrid of quarter and hopper refers to a person culture being a quarter. Yeah, a quarter that doesn't count. Mix is half and half, or at least like close to half and half.
because you're a quarter, right?
Oh, that's what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
That's good to know. Put that in my back
I
pocket.
have a
Yeah.
friend that's Quappa, but
Yeah.
I guess what was that like for you? As far as I know, as like a biracial person, it's like you feel like an imposter in your own culture sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm the lightest of
me and my siblings. I have a younger sister who's like the color of Rihanna, and then my brother is super tan. And so,
You know why she's the color of Rihanna? Because that half black, half white daddy got with a black woman. That's why she's got the color of Rihanna. And you look like, she like, what's her name? The white woman that pretended to be black. What was her name? What was her name? Rose or something? Rachel Dolezal. This bitch. That's some fake ass extensions too. This is ridiculous.
then there's me, white girl with a giant afro, and people are always
Stop
like,
saying afro.
"How is your hair so frizzy?" I'm like, well, it's curly, it's an afro. You know, explaining to people like who I am.
She was
hard
the
at times,
top
but then I also was really
person.
proud that I got to say like,
Oh my
I'm black,
God.
that's why I have this cool hair. But it took me a while to really love who I am.
Have the rest of you
Really?
guys felt like that before too, or?
One thing I felt is like, I've actually been to India like multiple times, and whenever I go, I'm like the lightest one there, so I just don't feel Indian at all.
Right.
Really.
He said that he had been to India and he just kind of threw that out there, and that felt really quick and just like but there wasn't any
I'm
detail
not
to the
listening
story.
to anything she
for me,
says.
being from Colorado, my experience has always been too Asian to be white here in Colorado, but here at UCLA, where I'm at right now, where it's a lot more diverse, I'm feeling like sometimes I'm too white to be Asian. So no matter what, I always feel exclusion from one side, and I think
That's what
one
it
of the
means to be
struggles or
biracial.
One of the experiences of being biracial.
She's biracial.
I don't know. I think when I was younger, I was a little more ambiguous looking.
In
Like people would kind of joke I was like a
biracial.
chameleon growing up because I didn't look the same every couple of years.
I could tell she was
But it
half
like,
Asian, half white.
I would always get like made fun of a lot by like other Korean students who would say like there's like slurs for like biracial people.
Really?
And so it was always like, oh, people like you just shouldn't exist and stuff
Oh,
like that.
that's messed up.
I'm so sorry.
She had to deal with that.
I grew up in predominantly white neighborhoods my whole life. And I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Navajo.
Damn,
I never
you don't
had
do
a
nothing, huh?
quinceañera. So I'm not really like
I'm sorry about that.
100% in like each culture.
Yeah. For me, growing up mostly with my mom's family, who's
Mm-hmm.
majority white, and then my dad's family lives farther away. So soul food and all that stuff I kind
Right.
of missed out on.
Right.
And I got to kind of explore later in life.
Yeah.
But that's something that I always wish I had.
I'm glad we all got to talk.
Yeah, that was a
I bet she don't but bake her macaroni and cheese. She just sprinkle some cheese on it and say, "Here you go, baby." How?
His like story was
How is she not getting voted instantaneously?
not as consistent. There were some things that had some detail and then some other things that were a lot less detailed.
How is she not getting voted? Devin? Devin?
Sucks to lose, but it's all good.
Raise your hand if you think the mole is still in the box and you would like to continue the game.
When the group eliminated Devin, I think we found them all. I think we're good.
You think so? You think if you're not black and so I don't know. I feel like if you've seen enough black people in your life, you can. She gave it away when she said she's 1/4. That's not mixed. That's a little bit. That's a partial.
Good now.
If the light turns green, that means you have voted the mole out.
We're done?
All week. However, if the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose.
There's, you're all smiling? She is, no! She's white! Oh my God.
Gas money for everybody.
Yeah.
Will the mole please reveal themselves in 3,
Moles! It's more than one!
1.
I'm Lebanese, Arab, Middle Eastern, which is technically white in the US. People from North Africa. So
How is Lebanese considered white? What? How is that considered white? She's darker than any white person.
Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, etc., and people from the Middle East are considered white on the US Census. So it really goes.
Oh, that's why, because of that. But Middle East Egyptian isn't white, it's technically African. What? This whole game is stupid. Also, Lebanese is not a race, it's a nationality. I'm done with all of this. This is so stupid.
To show how arbitrary the
It
term
is.
white is
It
in
is.
the ways in which it's applied to people.
It's
I
so
always think it's
dumb.
silly that on the census it's, you know, black, white, Asian. The categories are so limited.
Shut
and
up,
so when I'm doing
Ella.
a census, I just put white because I look like I'm white.
It just goes to show you that no matter what somebody looks like you could be biracial. Like your hair, I would have thought, okay, I could believe that you're mixed because you have the curly hair, but you never know.
Yeah.
Let me look at, is there anything at the end? Was that it?
Yeah.
Let me look at these comments. Let me see. Ella, and I didn't give a lot of details. Ella looked at me and go, my parents met in LA. Like, bro, I'm putting this on TikTok. I'm putting this segment, I'm gonna put some parts of it on TikTok. Cause this don't make no sense. Is nobody talking about the fact that she said she won? Hold up, there gotta be somebody that talk about the fact that she said she's 1/4. Anybody brought up the fact that she said she's 1/4 white? But once we heard onto the fourth or further, that is stretching. That's stretching. 1/4. I'm done. Lebanese is not white. That's in Africa. She's more African than